You're watching Canadian Innovators. Joining me today is Gina Pappano of Invest Now. So as we were mentioning before the break, Gina, this whole notion of government consultation has been a real sore point with the business community. And as we mentioned recently, the farmers are saying there was virtually no consultation with them. And this restriction on fertilizer use is in the works, seemingly. So I'm interested in your perspective in terms of how that non-consultation, or am I wrong? Has there been more consultation than there appears to have been?
Well, I don't believe there's been enough consultation, and the problem with these policies is they're really limiting the industry to perform well, and so these policies are restricting the agriculture industry. But there have been so many policies working against the oil and gas industry over the years. So what needs to happen is they have to set some goals of, if we want energy security, energy affordability, energy reliability, the policies are going to have to change, and starting with the oil and gas ones and trickling down to the other resource sectors, because we want our industries to be the powerhouses that they can be. And that is good for the government, Canada, and Canadians, and also the world. So something has to give, and whether industries are consulted or not, the nature of the policies have to change to be more business friendly and economic friendly.
And something else I'm interested in what your group has done. The whole movement behind divestment doesn't seem to have really been terribly accountable. And is some in terms of the impact of what they're trying to achieve, and is that one of your goals? And how would you go about trying to make that movement more accountable for the recommendations that they're making, and predicting actual results that may happen down the road?
That's right. We're trying to get the message out that divestment has done nothing to affect emissions reductions. The demand has been increasing. 10 years of the divestment movement. Demand for oil and gas is up, emissions are up. The fact that people are divesting from oil and gas companies hasn't affected emissions. And really what it has affected is innovation and invention. That's what we want. We want investment so that companies can come up with a great idea to reduce emissions, trying to get oil out of the ground. That has been happening, but with more investment, there will be more innovation. And that is what the divestment movement has not taken into account.
One of the areas that you've mentioned a little bit earlier was pension plan funds, and how the divest movement has targeted them. And not surprising, because they're huge. What's always killed me in Canada, we're a relatively small country. We have some of the biggest pension plans in the world, and many of them are public sector pension plans. And
that's right.
One aspect of this, and again, this might get back to that accountability issue, our biggest pension plans are public sector plans that are backing the very generous pensions of government employees. If divestment comes out of profitable industries, which the oil and gas sector certainly is right now, and less money gets made by these pension plans, we the taxpayers are going to have to pick up the tab for any income lost by those pension plans.
That's right. The message is, a vote for divestment is a vote against Canada and the Canadians and the taxpayers, which fall into that category. We're also looking at some projects around fund returns, and figuring out how much money the endowment funds that have already pledged to divest, how much they have lost due to their divestment decisions, especially in the markets right now. And we're just trying to, we are trying to bring the message back to fiduciary duty, what is good for the Canadian economy and jobs, and just all of the good things that are provided by these industries, the resource industries. We are blessed with these natural resources, and we should be able to exploit them and to use them to our benefit, and to become as economically powerful as we can.
Yeah, and something else that needs more promotion, I guess, is how incredibly innovative and environmentally sensible our oil and gas industry is. We're a world leader in terms of a lot of the innovations that have happened in that industries. There's much fewer emissions than there used to be, and yet it's still vilified, and we end up importing oil from countries that are way worse than we are. It really is
That's right.
weird.